just saw it.
Final chapter.
Logan. The name of the movie is Logan.
The last Wolverine movie that will ever be made.
I don't know about that.
Wolverine movie. I think it was a great movie. 20th Century Fox, best execution. And for me, that's the story of this movie. It's execution. The story that they chose, the elements that they chose, maybe not a big surprise, but they executed well. The acting was really good by Hugh Jackman for sure, but also Patrick Stewart was a big surprise to me. He wasn't
much fun.
He was a lot of fun. He was Professor X in a whole new light. Great acting from the young girl. So the execution was great there. There was a lot of elements from the comic that was great when he was Wolverine, because it was rated R. You got to see the closest rendition to the comic book. So there's the execution there as well. And the other elements, whether it be the editing and the music and so on, I mean, it had Johnny Cash at the end, which was really nice. So for me, execution.
You're going to rate it?
What do you give it?
I'm going to give it 92.
Wow. All right. What about you, youngster? No pressure. Represent your generation.
Yeah.
Millennial.
I'll try.
Yeah, all us Gen Xers.
I liked it. Not my favorite movie, for sure. There's some things I didn't agree with. Some things I thought were just kind of stupid. Whenever
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
But
just some things that when they were on screen, I was not loving it too much. It was just, I felt like it was cheap. And it was, I don't know.
But what did you like?
I love Wolverine. I think he's awesome.
He is awesome.
He is awesome. And I think he was great in this movie. Patrick Stewart was great. The little girl was great. Acting was
Daphne
fantastic.
Keane, by the way, is her name.
Daphne Keane?
Daphne Keane. This is not surprisingly, her first movie.
Yeah. Well, the acting was great. But, yeah, I liked it. I'd give it like an 89.
Okay.
Despite my gripes.
All right. Me? All right. I like this movie. I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought I wouldn't go as far as to say that, like Derek said, that it was the best Fox X-Men movie ever. For me, that's Deadpool, and still is Deadpool. But this is a really, really close second. I mean, really close. It is. And they're two very different movies. Deadpool's a comedy. This is a very serious drama. I cried big, blobby tears at the end of this movie. And I can't, it affected me emotionally profoundly. Hugh Jackman is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic in this movie. Patrick Stewart is very funny, very good, just such a good job. Daphne Keane is a revelation. She's fantastic. This movie wouldn't have worked if she didn't work. And the other players were all great. There's a number of other people in this movie. Pretty thankless roles, because those three are pretty much the whole story.
You didn't mention the main protagonist.
Hugh Jackman.
No, well.
Oh, you mean Caliban?
Antagonist. What about the antagonist?
Oh, the bad guy. The bad guy. Donald Pierce, another character from the comics, by the way. Donald Pierce, the actor who played him, he gave a great amount of menace. I thought he was actually pretty effective. I thought he was bad and interesting, and you're absolutely right. I should have mentioned him. I can't say I remember the actor's name, though. But Stephen Merchant as Caliban, who plays a very important minor role, he's very good in this too. He's mostly a comedy guy. This is mostly a serious thing. He plays it very dead straight, and I think he's wonderful. I think James Mangold, the director, did a fine job. He wrote this as well, and I think it's an interesting story. It's based on the Old Man Logan comic book miniseries. Very different from that, but takes enough from it that you still get that. I thought it's exceptionally well done. It is worthy of the Marvel logo, which I can't often say of Fox movies. They do so many that are just mediocre,
All right.
rushed together.
I don't know
Oh,
what
you
you're
mean
talking
X-Men Apocalypse? How about let's start there?
X-Men Apocalypse is perfect. It's a perfect film.
Okay.
Along with Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
All right, hold on a second. So, what do you rate it out of 100?
Oh, I love this movie. 96. 96. It's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Okay, so let's get a little reality about this fucking thing here. So, here's the thing about this movie. The critics universally love this movie. It's revelation, breaking of the genre. Listen, to me, I love Wolverine. Always liked him as a kid. You know, he's like the claws, he killed people, was crazy. He was like the anti-hero, classic anti-hero. I loved him. Okay, so let's get into this movie. This movie, for me, is a movie about high highs and low lows. So, the acting, spectacular, all around. So, okay, so if the acting is spectacular, where are my lows? Well, my lows are story, plot, the plot conveniences in this thing, the silly things that we're just supposed to go with, the sort of discombobulated, like last second throw in things that sort of don't make any sense popping up all throughout the third act.
Which is kind of the hallmark of 20th century.
Yeah, it's just
Superhero movies in general struggle.
overblown.
Third acts are tough.
Overblown, you know, just so, but there was real magic in the fight scenes. I mean, the fight scenes were like amazing. No one mentioned that of any of them, but for me, the fight scenes were amazing. The acting was amazing. When Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman were one-on-one talking to one another, it was magic. It was real magic. It was very good. You know, but look, for me, so it had what I love. It had character. They had real characters that felt real. But then they did all these superhero tropes that I dislike immensely. And not just one, but multiple. You know what I'm saying? Multiple silly things in this. So look, I know I'm gonna get grief for this from my friends who watch this and go, "You didn't like John Wick 2, and now you're not liking this. What's wrong with you? You don't know anything." Well, I'll tell you this. I know more about these characters than I did the John Wick 2 characters. And I'm not even going to compare it to another movie. I'm just going to say far better than John Wick 2 for me. For me, I'm going to give this like an 85. And that's a high thing considering all the problems that I had with this movie. But there's some, but you said it was put together well. The acting, like I said, and the action. Action like you never seen before. Crazy, gory, cool. But
Rated R helped the movie.
A lot.
Absolutely, I agree.
For sure.
I think rated R Wolverine is the way to go.
Yeah, and we saw it IMAX 3D, and so I think
Not 3D.
or
Not 3D.
IMAX non 3D, which I think is really great. So definitely go see it. Don't wait. Go see it.
We're seeing on the big screen.
Yeah. So that's it. Peace and love. Subscribe to my videos, and I love you.
I would find a way.